PAW Patrol has done various different collaborations, with some of them spawning quite wacky products. From the interesting to the odd and beyond, I'll be showing you many of them today. First up, Dan and Yogurt. They've had multiple different PAW Patrol themed packagings over the years, though the ones I want to talk about are these. The ones where the pups are stretched and twisted to fit the bottle's shape so much to the point where they look somewhat deformed, and I've found so many variations of these from throughout the years. It's just hilarious to me how goofy these guys look here. Also, while they weren't advertised much, they do, or at least did, have Everest and Tracker bottles as well. Next up, Good to Grow juice caps. While the concept is a little strange, products like this are pretty typical, and for the most part their designs are fairly standard as well. However, they've also got metallic variations coming in either silver or gold, which do lean on the odder side in my opinion. They strip most recognizable elements of the pups' designs and seem to be oddly shaped or proportioned. Not to mention Chase's, whose original design already looked peculiar enough, and these shiny additions aren't doing him any better. At least Rocky actually looks quite normal in silver. After that, a commercial for the Jim Gaffigan show. This came out in June 2026, ahead of the release of Season 2 of the Jim Gaffigan show. In it, a pup version of Jim Gaffigan exits the elevator and plops down on a beanbag. He then talks about his aforementioned TV show. This is happening as the team heads out on a mission. However, Jim seems more interested in typical dog activities. It certainly is a bizarre piece of media indeed, though I believe it was executed well. With the slight mannerisms in the animation, the music playing in the background, and everything else, it very much feels true to the series. Also, while this may have seemed like a rather random collaboration, it does make sense since the Jim Gaffigan show made various references to PAW Patrol, and the two shows aired on channels owned by the same company. Then we have the partnership with Sun Express, a Turkish-German airline. Prior to the release of PAW Patrol the Mighty Movie, a plane was given a Mighty Movie livery. Marshall, Rebel, Sky Chase, and Liberty all appeared on the side of the plane, with Sky again on its tail, and the logo visible in 2 spots. This wrap was applied on both sides. Inside, there were team decals put on the backs of seats, and team plane tickets and activity booklets were made. However, this plane seems to have returned to its standard appearance since December 2024. Afterwards, PAW Patrol's curious crossover was saw over on Twitter. You see, earlier in the summer that year had been the event of Barbenheimer, where polar opposite movies Barbie and Oppenheimer had released on the same day. With a similar situation then happening with PAW Patrol the Mighty Movie and horror film Saw X both coming out on September 29, 2023, people were quick to title this Saw Patrol. While it wasn't as major, it still seemed to catch the attention of both movies' Twitter accounts. Following a batch of PAW Patrol activity sheets being shared, the Saw account then posted a photo of their iconic character Jigsaw doing one of them with a varying character caption. The PAW Patrol account responded with one of their Mighty Movie gifs. This was a very shocking event, seeming to have happened completely naturally, seeing as the two franchises have no direct connections to my knowledge. Though, as the Saw account is surprisingly active and interactive with fans, it can make a fair bit of sense. Now, the PAW Patrol Weebles toys. Released a decade back, these are the PAW Patrol pups designs in the style of the classic Weebles toy. They do look fairly odd in such a form. It looks like you could get a Seal Island playset made especially for these toys. A choice that pleasantly surprised me, as the Lookout is usually the main location featured in toy sets like these. There were also mini PAW Patrol Weebles which look far more normal, since they appear to be inside wobbling vessels there. And if you've enjoyed so far, Chase would like it if you'd like the video and subscribe. Then we've got the Rad's candy dispensers. While PAW Patrol themed candy products are rather common, I find these quite odd for how the candy is dispensed, which looks to be through their mouth or their tongue. On the packaging, it literally states tongue pops out candy inside. I feel like it would have been much better if their pup tags were where the candies came out. However, this seems to be the usual with Rad's dispensers. While on the topic of candy collabs, here we have Pez. Their novelty dispensers are one of the most iconic parts of the brand, and of course, they've got many PAW Patrol editions. Most of the normal variations of these don't look too bizarre. However, they also have crystal editions, and the same can't really be said for them. There's something rather unsettling about the pups having semi-transparent heads. Now we have Ways. Following the release of PAW Patrol the movie, the drive-in app offered PAW Patrol themed editions. You could have Marshall's fire truck, Sky's chopper, or Chase's 4x4 represent your vehicle, and the voice of any of those pups, as well as Ryder, could guide you on your drive. Though I don't believe they're the same voice actors from the series. An article discussing this mentions navigating around obstacles, traffic, and maybe even merhamding around his pesky kittens, which piqued my curiosity a fair bit. However, this was unfortunately a limited experience, meaning it's no longer available today. Then we've got Dippin' Dots. This came out back in 2021 during the release of PAW Patrol the movie. I really enjoy how they had not only a spoon for each of the main 6, but also an assigned flavor to each pup. Besides that, it's pretty standard for a PAW Patrol themed food product, though it's a little odd for a given Chase cookies and cream. That would have gone much better with Marshall matching his fur pattern, as the people of Facebook pointed out. Additionally, when these were available, Dippin' Dots was running a raffle and giving stuff away. As it stated on their website, once buying Dippin' Dots online for home delivery, you'd receive a PAW Patrol the Movie backpack. As for the raffle, the winner would get a Dippin' Dots and PAW Patrol the Movie prize pack whose contents can be seen on screen. After that, the G-Tech promotion collaboration. G-Tech is a British vacuum producer. The most notable product from this was a commercial featuring children with mighty powers creating a mess and their father cleaning it up with the company's vacuums. PAW Patrol elements are included throughout the ad, with Mighty Movie items on the table, the film playing on the TV, and animations of the pups at the start and end. Furthermore, they'd give you a PAW Patrol the Mighty Movie sticker pack with the purchase of an AirRAM Platinum. The owner of G-Tech had even shared a statement regarding the collaboration, which you can read on screen. Additionally, I found out they had offered a chance to win a family trip to Barcelona somehow. There's very little info about this, but it said you'd earn the chance by entering an exclusive competition. Now, Ryder's Guide for Good was Craft and Capri Sun. During the hype for the first film, there was a giveaway event going on where the winner would receive a year-long subscription to Paramount Plus, 16 boxes of Kraft macaroni and cheese, a total of 80 packs of Capri Sun, a $5,000 donation to Feed in America in their name, a PAW Patrol boombox, walkie-talkie, pair of Marshall headphones, and Mega Block sets of Liberty City Scooter, Chase's Police Cruiser, the PAW Patrol Pup Pack, and Marshall City Fire Rescue. Each deed completed in this guide would grant you an entry into the raffle, and there were 4 different categories of deeds. Be brave, be loyal, be honest, and be kind. They each held 3 deeds, and once you completed all of them, you earned a pup card just for fun. In all of my research, I could only find Chase's pup card through a promo video, but still a fairly interesting little event to me. Anyways, that's all for this video. If you enjoyed, be sure to check out that video right there, and as always, I'll see you next time.